So
John Pelletier, Bob Elmshaw. How are you?
How are you today?
I'm with Home Health and Hospice, as you know.
Yes.
And we have a special program called We Honor Veterans. It's been going on for several years now. And what it's meant to do is to provide a more or less thank you to servicemen and women who are either under our care or in hospice, to let them know how much we appreciate their service to our country. Long overdue, probably should have been done many years earlier, but we are now, here you're our patient, and we have the opportunity, and we want to take it. There are thousands of us volunteers. I'm a trained volunteer, and there are thousands of us around the country who are participating in this type of program and loving it. As you can tell, I'm a service man, also a former veteran, and I was Army. I know there's the Marines. Okay, sorry about that.
I won't pick on you. I won't pick on you.
No, we were on the same side anyhow. Thank goodness. But anyhow, I'm here to talk to you about your service and about We Honor Veterans program. We, as you know, several weeks back, we had a ceremony for you.
Yes.
And what a turnout. You told the few people in here, and the whole, I think, building turned out for it. That's how much they thought of you, and they think of you very highly. And we were made very aware of that. So, and anyhow, let's talk about your service. Okay. Let's start from the beginning. Okay. Not when you were born. Just when you decided to go into the service, and why you chose the Marines.
Well, the draft was going on. I was in high school. I decided if I was going to have to go, I might as well try and get the best. So, and at the time, the Army was, if you got drafted in the Army back then, it was a certain ticket to overseas. The Marines, maybe you didn't, but maybe you did. But I joined the Marines because I wanted to be the best.
You knew they were tough.
I knew they were tough.
Where did you go for your basic? Was it Paris Island?
Went to Paris Island, and that first night at 4 o'clock in the morning when we got there on Paris Island, I wondered, what the heck did I just do to myself?
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. A lot of them have said that. That was a tough, rigorous program. Yeah. But, the Marines have a lot based on and invested in honor, in courage, and commitment. Yep. And you obviously gleaned all of that from them, and that's who you are today. Yep. So you can be very proud of that.
I did learn. It is me today. I've learned a lot, and I still carry it. I still carry most of it with me every day.
Well, that's something I tell other servicemen. It doesn't matter if you were in combat or if you were a clerk. You served and took an oath to serve this country and give your life, if necessary, to protect it. So you didn't know when you went in where you were going to end up. No. We had no idea. As a matter of fact, I was an enlisted man first, and then went to officer candidate school afterwards. But initially, I was going to be a radio operator in Germany. Really? And then they yanked me into officer training. And so it was a whole different world. Started basic all over again. But that's the whole idea. We honor you for that commitment. We honor you for the fact that you stepped forward and said, look, the Constitution is behind me, I support it, and I'm going to defend it. Yes. Right? Yeah. And you know what? We never gave that oath back, did we? No. So we'll do it today if you ask us. So in any event, you blowing your horn here? Yeah. So in any event, that's extremely important. And we all do in this program, We Honor Veterans, want families as well as the veterans especially to understand that. Yep. And that's how important your service was to us. Yes. So in any event, you went to Paris Island, and you realized this was going to be a challenge. It
was a challenge. It was a challenge in my life. Although I will say that having gone through parochial school and Catholic high school, the brothers taught me how to deal with drill instructors very well. So. Yeah.
My wife told me about the same thing. She went to Catholic school, and the old ruler on the knuckle thing. But yeah, that was probably a good start.
The discipline that you learn, I had learned a lot of it already in high school with the brothers.
Sure.
And the rulers and the knuckles.
Absolutely, buddy.
And that's actually because of high school. When I graduated from Paris Island, I had one of my first meritorious promotions.
Excellent.
Because I was one of the 4 people.
So that was you went in 1970.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're coming in right at the back end, but still in the midst of the Vietnam War.
Yep.
Did you serve in Vietnam?
Yes.
Okay, and how many times did you serve there?
Tour and a quarter.
Tour and a quarter.
Well, a tour and a month and a quarter. Yeah.
Yeah, and that month and a quarter was cut short because
we got in a firefight and I got injured.
You got injured? You got wounded?
Yeah.
So
and it ended up discharging me. So
they did.
Yeah.
At that point, where did you go for medical treatment?
I was in Hawaii for a while and then in San Diego.
Oh, that couldn't have been too bad.
No, San Diego was nice. I was there for.
If you're going to recover, that's a good place to recover. Isn't it?
Yeah.
No question.
I was there for 3 months.
Well, thank you for that sacrifice.
Yeah.
That obviously was traumatic. And that's what we talk about, especially to combat veterans, and ask sincerely how you felt about that. I mean, here you were wounded. Whether or not the war was justifiable or not, that means nothing to us, right?
Right.
We're soldiers. We're warriors.
We did our job.
We did our job, and that was all we were asked to do. We didn't get that great a greeting when we got home, did we?
No.
Yeah.
I almost went to jail on my day.
Did you?
Way home. Yeah.
Oh no! Well, you didn't try and hit somebody or anything, did you?
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't try. I did.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you see the other guy. Yeah. Right. You should see the other guy. But that's what Marines do sometimes, right?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we sometimes get into little tussles between the Army and the Marines in certain bars.
Fun.
That's fun. Yeah, that was always fun. We could always pat each other on the back and say, okay, let's go back to work.
Yeah.
But no question about it. Well, I was an officer, so I had to usually try and drag them out and put their stripes back on them if I could.
Yeah.
You made yourself all the way up in rank to gunnery sergeant?
Yes.
That's outstanding in a short period of time. You were 1970 to 73?
Yeah.
That's outstanding promotion.
I'm one of the. I'm from what I understand that's at that time, that only happened like maybe a handful of times, and most of them were, like I said, meritorious promotions.
And what was it you did that was so meritorious?
Well, let's see. When I got my first one when I went to boot camp, and then coming out of ITR, infantry training.
Yep, infantry training.
Got another promotion.
Good.
Then went and we got overseas, and we got in one firefight one time, and they, my platoon got hit pretty hard, but so they gave me another promotion.
Good for you. And where were you guys located in Vietnam?
We were in the north. I was up in Quang Tri area, Quang Tri province.
Quang Tri, yeah, a lot of activity up there.
Yeah.
And you were dealing with the North Vietnamese Army
Yep.
To a great extent.
Yep.
This was what few people understand. All they hear about is the Viet Cong.
Yeah. No,
they were just guerrillas running through the jungle.
We were dealing with the regulars.
You're dealing with the regulars, and these were highly trained military with extremely good equipment and weapons that they got from the Chinese and the Russians. So we were taking on quite an enemy there, and they were well organized.
Yeah,
so
they were.
Yeah, you guys were facing them head on, and the fact that you were promoted for your activity there is remarkable, and thank you very much for that sacrifice. And I'm proud of you for that.
And the gunnery sergeant promotion, that was the very last one.
Yeah.
And that was because of the day that I was wounded.
Yep.
We were in a firefight and we were getting overrun, and most of our platoon was getting pretty much wiped out, and I managed to drag about 6 guys back to our central box.
Good for you.
Hole, even though I was injured myself. So when all was said and done, they gave me another medal. They gave me the Silver Star, and they gave me a
That's excellent.
Meritorious promotion to gunnery sergeant.
Good for you. That's the one thing. Remember, we never leave anyone behind.
That's
right?
Never
leave a man behind or a woman.
That's what happened that night. I kept bringing us together so that we could at least be as a group.
Yep.
And
so we still...
It was a long time ago.
Yes, sir. We still, of course, remember the ones that we never made it back. And of course, it's just being Memorial Day, that's even more poignant and important to us. Sometimes we have a situation of what we refer to as moral injury. A lot of times, many feel guilty about having come back alive and leaving some behind who didn't. And there are treatments for that, and there are things that the Veterans Administration will help, especially with PTSD and those conditions. So I hope you take advantage of that if you need it. We certainly help as well at home health and hospice and can provide as much of that kind of care as possible. But you seem to be very comfortable with yourself and very much in charge. So, and everybody here, when we had that session here, they love you, man. You could be mayor here. You know that? I mean,
I don't know about that.
They really love you there. And, they spoke up and they asked questions, but they also spoke very highly of you.
That was a surprise to me because I had been called about the ceremony.
Yeah.
And I told my wife, and my wife, being the person that she is, she decided that she would tell some of the other residents and stuff about what was going on. So that day that we had the ceremony, I had no idea that many people were going to show up.
It's great, especially after what happened when we came back.
Yeah.
And now to have that turnaround and have so many people thanking us and respecting what we did. Because it's understood, whether it was right or wrong, we did what we had to do. We answered the call, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't matter what we were asked to do. It's the fact that we did that, which is so important. So I want you to understand that's how we felt about you as well. Okay. And that's why it was so important for us to have that ceremony. Yeah. What was it about the ceremony that stood out the most to you and that maybe you thought the most of during that ceremony? Let me briefly explain how the ceremony works. Basically, a veteran like myself, preferably of the same branch, but we didn't have any Marines at the time available, so they had to go with Army, So,
that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. And so, believe me, I'm very much in favor and strongly behind this program because I feel like it's paying it forward.
Yep.
But we start off with the person from Home Health and Hospice introducing everybody and mentioning how important this program is, and then turns it over to me, and I've done a little research in your background, and so I'll talk about that. And that's one of the most important things in this program that we think the most of, is the families.
Yep.
We don't talk much about this stuff when we come home.
Yeah.
It was more, let's forget it.
Yeah.
Families are often really frustrated by that fact because he's acting strangely, he's acting differently, he's angry all the time, but why won't he talk to me about what happened? Well, we don't want to relive it, do we? No, enough is enough. And we have this ceremony where, okay, I'm going to bring it out. I want the family to hear what you went through and how important it was for all of us that you did.
Yeah.
And they're the most grateful. They come up to me afterwards often and thanking me, saying, I didn't know that about him. I didn't know what he went through. And so that's why this is a very important program as well for us. And we appreciate it. Yeah. Thanks. I'd rather you tell them than me. So that was very important. Yeah. And so your friends here, and they were very dear friends.
Yes.
Learned a great deal about you.
Yeah.
Right? And they respected you for that very much.
We're a close-knit group here, and but again, I didn't hear a whole bunch about. I mean, everybody knows that I'm a Marine because I always wear something that says Marine Corps on it.
Good for you.
But it was enlightening that everybody came and everybody wanted to be here, and that meant a lot to me, especially considering that I was reaching a depression stage. I'm in hospice right now, so I mean, I could be not here tomorrow, depending on what's going on. And I was starting to get depressed, and I was starting to have some bad time, and the health creeps bad, when you're not. And I'll tell you, that just lifted my spirits so much.
Good.
That I haven't been the nurses are giving up on me because they're not coming to see me anymore because I'm staying healthy.
All right, good. That's good. Well, I don't know if I think it's good that the nurses aren't coming to see you anymore. I mean, it wouldn't have been so bad having the nurses waiting
Instead
on
of
you.
once a day coming to check on me, they're here like every other day, every
Oh,
third
look at
day.
that. Wow, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
But no, good. That's great. That's great that you're feeling that way.
That's how much this program did for me.
That's fantastic because then we've convinced you. We convinced you and we got through to you.
Yeah.
That you are important and what you did was extremely important to us, to all of us in your country. Okay? So not forget that.
Never.
Hopefully you don't feel guilty about having come back alive.
There have been times.
There have been times, and that will...
Why me? Why did I come back?
Exactly. That is such a common behavior and reaction. And so that takes counseling, and many of us try to work on that, on ourselves as well as those who are in the service and did come back, especially combat veterans. But, you know, it didn't matter. We'll have a clerk who feels guilty because he didn't serve in combat, and he is suffering similarly, PTSD. Every one of us did the same thing, though.
Yeah.
Every one of us walked into a totally different environment, a different world. We had no clue what we were getting into, nor where we were going to end up. And the minute you met your first drill sergeant, that was enlightening, okay? Whether you had a tough raising as a child or you had a soft one, this guy told you right then and there and made you understand this is different. This is going to be different from now on.
We're going to change you.
Absolutely going to change you. And we're going to figure you out and we're going to make you stronger. And they did that. They did a good job of it. Unfortunately, there were some young men and women that didn't make it through. But it was important that they at least got the exposure and the training. And we knew that who was going to be in that next foxhole next to us was going to cover us. They had our six, okay? And that was most important. We became a brotherhood, right? And that's why I refer to you and others as brother. Because we were taking care of each other. And that's how important it was for us to get that training.
And I will honestly say, I know I joke about the Army, but the Army, I would trust the Army behind me as much as I would another Marine, because we all are the same training, the same beliefs.
Absolutely. And on the same side of freedom and liberty, that's the legacy that you've left behind. The fact that you defended our legacy, and that's why we gave you this plaque. And I'll read it here because it really spells it all out for us. It's from Home Health and Hospice Care. We honor veterans. John Pelletier, United States Marine Corps. We pay special tribute to you for your military service to America and for advancing the universal hope of freedom and liberty for all. And that's what it was all about. We didn't go in trying to colonize a country or try to take over a people or teach them anything else. We always went in with the attitude we're going to free them. And whether it was the right way to do it or not, we did our job, and that was always the paramount point behind it, right? So, do you have any regrets that you were a Marine or that you were in the service?
No, not 1 minute have I ever regretted it.
Good for you.
I mean, there may have been a few times in boot camp that
yeah, what am I doing here?
What am I doing here?
Yeah, I know, I hear you.
It has taught me a lot. I've carried a lot of it, what I've learned, into life. It's gotten me out of a few hard places, what I've learned.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It made me who I am, although some people, like my kids, call me, my grandkids call me Grumpy Grandpa, and I say,
Yeah, I know. I get the same treatment. I was the strict one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's why we marry women who are perfect, right?
Yeah.
And they calm things down, and God bless them for having put up with us.
We have to, and I'll say this on tape. I have to say that the wives putting up with Marines or any other veteran after the fact, they deserve their own certain medals and honors.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
She's put up with me in some of my ups and downs in 33 years. So
good for her. And that the fact that you recognize that and that you appreciate that is huge, right? And I hope she feels the same way.
Yeah.
I'm sure she does.
She's a good old girl.
Yeah, well, good. And many of them, in fact, do go through some counseling as well. We provide that as well to many of the wives who suffer these consequences. And the vet centers are very good at that as well. The VA's okay.
Yeah.
Takes some effort to get something out of them, but when you do, it's generally pretty good. So that's great. Did you have any questions about the program or anything about the service?
No, I just hope that it expands to the point that it helps a lot of other people. I can't tell you how much that one day made a difference to my outcome and my outlook that I've had. You know, I know it's only been 2 months.
Yeah.
But in those 2 months, if you were to talk to the residents and everything, I'm a different person. And it's only because I looked around the room that day and I saw, oh my God, why were these people here? Well, this is just me.
Yeah.
And it meant a lot to me. It just changed my whole outlook.
Yeah, we encountered that a lot, especially with soldiers that came back from Vietnam.
Yeah.
The humility.
Yeah.
Don't want to talk about it. I may have done an outstanding job, may have done meritorious service several times, been highly rewarded, but I don't want to talk about it because, you know, I first of all had been more or less denigrated about it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sorry if you feel that way, but let me live my life, right? And you did. And we went on and lived our lives comfortably and took care of our families because that was the only thing left to do.
Yep.
Right? But to truly understand the feeling that people have now is to have a ceremony like this.
It is.
And to have your friends and family around with you and to hear us pay tribute to your service. To hear the Star Spangled Banner played and the flag displayed, and then, of course, the Marine Corps song.
Yep.
That means a lot. That brings back a lot of the pride and the feelings, right?
I sure did.
Yeah, and that's what we were hoping this would do, and I'm glad to hear that it did. So we are going to continue this program.
I hope
with the help of any other veterans who are willing to put the time in and the effort in, and be as articulate as possible about how important that service was to all of us.
That's why when the ceremony was over and I had a chance to talk to Sandy after the fact, I was like, I would do anything to help you guys, anything at all. This has meant so much to me.
Yeah, that's Sandy Duggan, who's head of the We Honor Veterans program here in New Hampshire. Yeah, that's great to hear that because it's reinforcing to us. We put a lot of effort into it. I'm not in the greatest health either, but you know, when I do this, it's very comforting to me because I'm able to pay it forward to my brothers who served. And likewise, I feel great when I'm done with one. I learned so much about the many different services, and many different programs that guys were involved in, and women. I had a patient who was a nurse, a female woman, who was actually an immigrant from Russia.
Really?
She came over from Russia, was here for 1 year, learned the language, learned English very well, and she signed up for the military. And she served for 5 years as a nurse in the Army. And her family talked to us about having this program. And she was so grateful and so excited about it because she really put effort in. I mean, can you imagine coming into this country 1 year, you learn the language, and now you're serving the country and willing to give your life for it. So she was a true hero. And there are others that I've encountered that had incredible services and have done many different things to provide what the military needed at the time. And so, you know, that's the one thing about the American fighting man and woman is that they're special. They're fighting for a purpose and a reason. And don't mess with us.
No.
Right?
No. We have a goal. Don't mess with us.
Yeah, we'll be there to the end. Well, thank you very much again.
Thank you.
I remember you mentioning to me that one of the awards you got was for saving many soldiers that you went out and even while wounded, you brought back to your foxhole and saved. Never leave one behind, right?
No
man behind. So that to me speaks highly of your character and who you are. So thank you, Marine.
Thank you.
Good job.
Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.